Alright, so this is going to be my daily journal for August 26th, 2026. This thing says that I made $372 today, which is not correct. Well, I mean, not really, because part of this was from yesterday. So it's kind of distorted a little bit. What I did make today during the New York Open is $261.46 on Topstep and $259.60 on Lucid. I'm still in a small drawdown on Lucid and Topstep. I'm in a drawdown of $3. Or no, $23. So I'm going to merge all these together and then we'll kind of go over everything. Alright, so my trading started last night during the Asian markets. I started trading with my son and I started getting pissed off myself because if you're looking at this, I shorted at the very bottom and covered at the very top. This is also like, I believe that this was, yeah, it's right after the bottom of the hour. I was like, okay, looking for more volatility. This happened, and it happened in seconds, really. Like, yeah, this is a 60-second thing, but like the whole bar got made in like 3 seconds, and then like I literally impulse short, and then it got taken out. The reason I was kind of looking at it was because it looked like it was doing a pop and fail, and I was like, all right, well, short is a setup that I used to do off of spot caps. Short risk in the high didn't fucking work. Okay, no bueno. Then the next trade I tried to long MNQ with the higher time frame. Okay, so what happened? This has a liquidity sweep. It doesn't break over structure, but then comes down, fell to seek the low, break over structure, pulling back, and so I started to long, and it didn't work. I took a $21 loss. Not a huge loss, but I also think that it was a good call. I can't remember if this is where my son was talking to me. I recorded the videos last night, so if you actually want to watch it, it actually is a good video with me working with my son. So, and I also have to give him credit for finding the short, because I was so focused on this thing for upside that I was in it, and I can't remember where my loss was. I think it was like my stop loss was right here, so I almost got stopped out naturally. I actually took my position off early on literally all these. So the first, I think the first 3 trades were all I took them out myself. This one I moved my stop down. My R is $60 is what I'm going for. So this is like 0.5 R, 0.3 R, then like what 0.75 R, something like that. I went long, and then like I said, my son was like, I was also watching MNQ. I started scaling into this. What I saw was fell to seek the high, broke structure. Well, broke like a big structure. Broke, popped back up into it. I started scaling in. But I was looking for this thing to I don't know, like pull back and like have like a move back up, and it just didn't. It just tanked all night, and which is the shitty thing because I told my son too because I feel like a dumbass because this is actually his target. My target was way the fuck down here. That was my target. But like my son was like, hey, like I was down. I think I was down $100. And then on this trade and my MGC trade, I ended up making like $300. So like I ended the day with plus 200. But that's an extra 80 points, dude. Like on just on one contract, man. That's over $100. That's $150. Dude, you gotta fucking pull your shit together, man. Like it's not no bueno. And then I think I did the exact same thing on yeah, I did. I did the exact same thing on gold. This is my target down here, and it did. It did hit it. Like it would have, went forever. But if you look at this shit, I literally, I mean, this thing, yeah. Like I mean, but at the same time, I like this one. I can understand this. Like this is a big ass drop for gold, right? MNQ, I don't I have a hard time giving myself forgiveness on that one. But like this one's even bigger. Like because you're talking like an extra $200 per contract. I mean that's about the same for MNQ. So really, I really kind of fucked up on that. So then today I came in. I really got just shafted on this. So like what I was looking at was hourly. So what I'm seeing on the hourly tells sick, and you can see all the stuff too over on here. So this is MGC, so 9 o'clock. So I can't remember why I have this zone drawn in here, but there was an area of interest that I had, and like I said, this thing. So I started drawing in a failed to seek the hive. But then I started looking at this. I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe this thing pops up and it rejects this area again because I saw the liquidity sweep that popped up and like I got torn all to shit on the ride up, which you'll see here in a second. So like um so I'm shorting this thing because obviously it is literally just downtrending, right? This thing pops up, literally hits my stop, and then just tanks. I was just like, dude, I would have been up like, I think it was only with one contract. Yeah, it was one contract, but still, like this thing I had in the opening bar, like that was my target, dude. It was like 20 points. My first target was here, which it would have hit. My second target was down here, which it did hit. I can't remember if I had another one. Yeah, I have another one down here. It did 651, which it hit. Okay, well, it just ran all my fucking stops. And I wasn't in any of them. I fucked up today. Like, really, I should have. Today should have been a Grand Slam day. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm just not firing on all cylinders. This sucked. Really. Um, then I got. I started scaling into this. I wanted to get in down here, and I was like, dude, no, you gotta wait for this thing to at least come up to 50%. It started rejecting. I started scaling into this. I added a low, which like with this candle, the way it reacted, I got in, which probably wasn't the best idea. I should wait, make sure that the thing like fails to seek the high, like any of these areas, the pops. I covered some down here, cover the rest up here. Can't remember if that was my last. No, it wasn't, because I think I started getting diced up on this on the up move. So like that, now I'm back up money, right? Then I started getting just diced up. I took one trade. I was really risking off of here, but I gave it my full 1 hour. I had a bracket order, so every time I enter an order, it gives me a $60 stop. I got diced up on that one. Then I took, so I got taken out on the candle before this. Then this thing stuffs, and then I get in on the following candle. So 2 minutes later, at the bottom of the candle, then I get diced up again for another $60. Then does the same thing again. I short the very lows. I get diced up again. This thing is just fucking uptrending, dude. It is just uptrending. And I start drawing this in on, maybe it's on Trade C that I drew it in on. Or I didn't. Well, I mean, you can see I had diced up on Trade C, so whatever. I just sworn I drew this in. Maybe I deleted it. I don't remember. But the way I had it drawn in was like this, and then this candle rejected, and that's what made me feel more comfortable, because I was like, man, I really don't know what the fuck it's going to do. And I gave it a little bit more wiggle room. But like, this is what I mean, dude. Like, I'm not there. I'm just shorting the lows. And I started talking to myself. I was like, dude, you are literally killing yourself. So I was up $200. At one point, I was up $350. I got all the way back down to $60, and then I somehow worked myself back out of that, and ended up like plus a decent amount. Like, this is the one that really sucked. So like, because so I got in on the short. Yeah, so I was only in with one contract. I mean, $200 in one contract. Like, I just didn't. There was nowhere to fucking get in at. And the other thing was, like, this is when I started getting busy at work, and I was like, dude, like, you're starting to get busy. Like, you're up 200, then you're up. I think I could have, like, at the high, I could have been up. I could have been up like $400 or $500, something like that. And I was just like, dude, like, just be done. And like, when it broke over this, I was trailing with the stop. It stopped me out. And I don't know, like, this is the shitty thing. Like, that's where I should, like, I almost guarantee that it goes into a fucking. It does not go into fair value gap. But whatever. Anyways, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, plus 261, plus 259. So these are pretty close to being on point with each other. So that makes me happy. The other thing that makes me happy is this. Like, I finally have another green week so far. Like obviously I still have Thursday and Friday. So yeah, I guess I could hit max loss on both days, and I'd be, down $328. But I really don't think that's gonna happen. One thing I am noticing though, like now, 3 trades, 22 trades, 17 trades. I'm trading too much. Like, at least I'm not trading 117 times in the week. But so I need to kind of be mindful of that. I am tired. Like, really, I am tired. I think that yesterday just wrecked me. I'm Still very, very tired from that. But on the flip side, like, my whole plan, like, anybody that actually watches this, my plan is to um go live. I want to show the whole process of me going from like struggling in futures to going live. Um, and I'm not going to do that like I'm talking about with Topstep. With Lucid, it's going to take me much longer. I'm not going to document all that shit. Like, but with Lucid, what I want to do is I want to get a live funded account, get a payout, buy two more accounts, grow those up to where they can get a payout, buy two more accounts, have five accounts, and as long as they all have one payout, like when I trigger going live with five payouts on one account, um, then I'll go live with five accounts. I would literally have five accounts with Lucid with $0 balance. Well, your max drawdown per account is 4,000. I think it's 4,500. So what they do is if you go from zero to $4,600, the drawdown plus $100, they'll give you a one-time $4,500 bonus per account. And so like that's what my plan is to do that. I want to then scale those accounts up. I'm not going to be giving myself payouts or anything. I want to get those accounts to where I have 20K in each account, and then like after that, like that's when I plan on like quitting my job. And because realistically, I mean shit, like just look at this week alone. Just this week alone. I've been trading like I made myself start all over again. I got so pissed off myself that I've been trading like shit since like February. I'm not gonna show everybody like February, but like the numbers are way, way, way bigger than this. But the results were shit. And so for me, it's like, all right, I need to start back at like baby stages, like beginner stages. But like, dude, I'm trading with like two contracts of MNQ, two contracts of MGC, and five MES. Like almost $700 a week on five accounts, $3,500 in a week. That is more than like my W-2 job easily. Easily. Just these two shitty ass weeks that I like haven't done really dick. That's $5,000, dude, in 2 weeks. Like you're talking about like really doing well. And like for me, I don't plan on quitting my job right when I start doing this. What I'd like to do is give myself a whole year consistency for a whole year doing that with five accounts. Well, six accounts really because I want to have Topstep too. So I have six accounts doing that, dude. You're talking like 6K in 2 weeks. That's a lot of money for me. And I don't know, like you start paying off a lot of shit. You like, I don't know, I have this house paid off. Like, I don't really owe like that much money. Like, I mean, that'd be crazy having this house paid off in full. So that's kind of what my plan is. That's what I'm trying to go for. I want to document me getting this free 100K account, which I won through a contest. I want to turn this 100K account into a XFA. I want to only have one account, just one account. Cool. XFA, get this thing up to 9K, pay myself 4K, 4.5K times 4 times. But like they're gonna take off $500 for their pay cut, so I'll still make 16K. Cool, and that's skill. Like okay, like then they call me up live. Cool. Then I go live with whatever money I go live with. The second I go live, that's when I stop showing all these numbers. I want to prove that I can go live, which I've never done before. I've had XFA, I paid myself, but I want to document this journey. And I think that'll be cool as shit. So hopefully you guys learned something. That's my day. Ciao.